some more tea that has come out is Tristan Thompson's, Khloe Kardashian's baby father, his ex, I believe her name is Jordan something. Her ex, he's the one, she was actually pregnant at the time when Tristan and Khloe started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, she did an interview recently and she came out, basically said that, you know, yes, Khloe is the reason for her breakup. So a lot of people speculated that, and she never really spoke on it, but I guess she's now feeling comfortable, and I think she was asked about it, and she just said, yeah, Khloe was the reason, you know, everything was fine, and then he just dipped, and then I saw him out and about with Khloe, and, you know, I had to confront him with it. So it's, her interview has been getting mixed reviews because some people are like, all right, sis, so you're blaming everybody except Tristan.
Well,
and Khloe also,
is that what?
Yeah, and Khloe also immediately blamed Jordan Woods when she heard about her hooking up with Tristan as well. So it just seems as if, like, and this could be relevant for a lot of women, like, it seems like guys kind of get off of the hook when it comes to infidelity and stuff, and the blame goes straight to the other woman. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I was going to ask you, did you know, because I know that you had a celebrity crush with you're how I heard about Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, I saw him in person.
Before he was
at the ESPYs in 2016. I went to the ESPYs. I was a seat filler, and I never seen that man in my life, but he was sitting in my row, or he was coming past my row, and me and my friend, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, he looked so good, and just like, now he looks like a clown to me, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's funny how.
But literally 2 or 3 weeks later, he was with Khloe in public. And I was like, wow, this fool's about to blow up. And he was a nameless person at the ESPYs like 3 weeks ago. So.
Well, and I was going to say, I wonder, did we even know that he was with someone? Like, I'm sure those people that just kind of follow Tristan and kind of know, but like, I didn't even hear about her until there was a Khloe, and until, you know, it was like, oh, Thompson's baby mom, she's pregnant, and now he's with Khloe. Like, I didn't really know who he was until, like I said, you mentioned him. And then when he was with Khloe, now it's like, oh, they dig up. It probably obviously isn't hard to find the juice, especially that he's with somebody and she's pregnant. But what I'm saying is that I to your point, yes, I do feel like men do get off the hook. I feel like women are usually the ones to blame. But at the same time, not even speaking about this situation, you know, I feel like women, we like to assume that the other woman knows all the time that this man had someone. I'm not speaking to the women who know that that person is in a relationship, but there are times where you have even married men who don't disclose, you know, that they're in a full-blown marriage and have a full family. And it's not hard to do anymore. It's not as hard as you think, you know, and to be honest with you, a lot of people, I don't know, maybe I do agree to your point that men get off the hook. I'll just say that. We look to the other woman to be like, why did you do this? Why did you break up my family? Why? And although the man may get backlash, a lot of times they end up staying together anyway. So I don't know why that happens, though.
There was a viral video. I don't know if you've seen it because you've kind of been off of Instagram, but there was a viral video recently where some dumbass woman, apparently she was pregnant, and she walked in on this mistress in her husband's house, and she was shown with a gun, so we can't see the person recording, but we can see the mistress in front of her. Her head is bleeding profusely, and she keeps hitting her with the butt of the gun. And she's like, bitch, why the fuck are you in my house? You already knew. Tell him. She was like, call him up right now and tell him you're done. And she was like, okay, don't hit me anymore. And she was like, bitch, I said call him now. You're on my house. This is my house. I have the right to shoot you. I'm not shooting you, but call him right now and tell him you're done. So this got leaked. The video went viral. It was just disgusting behavior. First of all, she's brutally attacking this mistress, and it's like, apparently the woman, the wife was pregnant, So she's like 7 or 8 months pregnant with a gun in her hand, attacking a fucking mistress, blood profusely dripping down her face. And this woman decides to release the footage. So it's just basically telling on yourself, you know, what you just did. So the shit goes viral. Apparently one of her friends came to speak about the situation, and she was like,
wait, who released the video? The wife?
The wife did. So the wife recorded it, and I guess she tried to embarrass the mistress. Like, yeah, I'm beating your ass right now with a gun. You can't do shit. I caught you in my house. And so she releases the video like a dumbass. Like a lot of these millennials today, they just fucking record their crimes and then release them for some odd reason. So now I think the girl is dealing with like assault charges and all types of shit, and like kidnapping, because she wouldn't let the girl leave. So the girl wanted to leave, but she's like, no, bitch, call him right now. She's like, call Eric or Jaquise, Jacrome, whoever it is, call him right now and tell him that you don't want to see him anymore. And she called. He didn't answer. She said, leave a voicemail, bitch. Leave a voicemail. And knocked her in the head. And the girl was just like, okay, please. I don't want to do this anymore. And so now she's dealing with assault. She's dealing with all types of shit.
I feel like I have I'm trying to figure, because it's like, on one hand, you would think you would handle a situation one way, and then if you're presented with that situation, you would do something different. What I don't agree with is the releasing of the video, for sure. Obviously, I don't agree with her like fucking beating the bitch's ass, especially with a gun. I guess my position on that is, you're 7, 8 months pregnant. What if that bitch, the mistress, somehow gets loose and realizes, oh, you ain't about shit, and starts whooping your ass? Now you're bait. Like, those are the kinds of things. But again, people don't think when it comes to those kind of things. But what I will say is, based on her response to not just get the fuck out, I beat your ass a few times, get the fuck out. It's, I want you to prove to him that you don't want him.
Versus, that's sick, because it's like, you think
and my thing is, like, it's totally different when you tell somebody to tell that somebody that you're done. We all know if that person isn't done, like, for instance, if I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm like, you know, my husband's like, you need to stop smoking cigarettes. Well, if I'm not ready to stop smoking cigarettes, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to now smoke outside, or I'm going to smoke behind your back, and I'm going to, you know, suppress it, and it's just going to come out in other ways. If your man is not done voluntarily because he realizes he fucked up and he needs to genuinely be done, that behavior is going to continue, and that is really who your issue is with. That mistress has nothing to do with whether she says, I'm done, I don't want to fuck with you no more. Do you think that man is going to stop calling? Do you think that man is going to stop calling her if they had something, especially if she's a mistress? She's not some stripper who's like a one bam thing. The fact that he left her in your house, to me, that shows that there's some type of trust or some type of relationship that was built. And I just think it's stupid. Like, I would never be like, call my husband right now and tell him you're done. No, I'm calling my husband and telling him, who is this bitch? We gonna have to have a conversation. I just place the blame on the person that I have the commitment with.
Absolutely. That's what people need to understand. Like, it's about you and the person who committed to you. I understand being mad at the other third party involved, sure, but being physically violent and all that dumb shit, unless you're like in high school, and even if you are in high school, you should be grown enough to realize that's not going to keep a man around. It's just making you stupid.
Before. Yeah.
It will never keep a man around.
Before. It's probably happened with a different woman before. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm just like, the fact that, again, it messes me up that she's like, call him right now. What does that do?
Girl, and then she said, leave a voicemail. Like, he's not answering. Leave a voicemail.
I would have told her, if I was going to be her and be that girl, I'd be like, okay, leave a text. Like, because he may not check that voicemail till he get home. Like, you know, I don't know. Just, that's weird.
It's a mess. It's messy out here in these streets.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to the Black Coffee and Tea podcast, available now on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
And if you want to be a part of the BCT fam, make sure you follow us on Instagram at BCT Podcast.
Until next time.